All right, what is up, guys? AJ in the house, One Savage in the house. Here to
Yo,
talk about Mike Tyson. He released a video of him throwing some punches on the mitts. It wasn't a long clip. It was maybe 6 seconds long. It was an intense 6 seconds, though. It got a lot of publicity, and it's trending right now. Chris, you saw it, obviously.
yes, I did.
With the power that he showed, a lot of people are hyping it up as if he's still in the mix at heavyweight. People are going nuts with this, but they're forgetting that the end of his career was a rough end. You know, he didn't finish his career fighting guys like Lennox Lewis. He fought journeymen. You know, the last two fights were two journeymen. So now he's talking this comeback talk. What do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that a little bit?
Man, honestly, at his age, no one's even thinking about that usually. But if one man can do it at his age, bro, it's Iron Mike, bro.
I
But
think
like, nah, I mean, if we're talking about him facing Tyson Fury, then no. It's like
I
no.
hope.
But like, who do we expect? Like, what do you expect? Like, what are you expecting from his? Like, if there's a
Yeah.
comeback, like, what are you expecting?
Right. And that's exactly what people like that are online saying things are like thinking that he's coming back as if he's a top 10 heavyweight. He's Mike
Yeah,
Tyson at 53 years old. If he
Yeah.
has a comeback fight, to me, what makes sense for a comeback fight, this might blow your mind. Why not do a crazy boxing versus MMA fight? Do it in the boxing ring. Get a guy. I hate to say it. I feel bad putting Chuck Liddell in there after he just got knocked out by Tito. But put Chuck Liddell. Somebody like you can't go in there and put Tyson against any high-level professional boxer right now. And you don't want to put him against a low-level guy because what if he fucking lost? Now he comes back at 53, all this hype, he gets knocked out by guys like 17 and 25. Like, I don't know, like, I don't even know a name to think of. Like a fantasy. To me, it's got to be an exhibition, or if it is a pro fight, it can't be more than 6 rounds, dude. Mike Tyson is
I was gonna say
53
that too,
years
man.
old.
He's too old, man. He can't do championship rounds. He ain't going far, bro.
I can't see him doing that. Like, to me, it's
Mhm.
insane. It's nonsense to think that he'd be fighting at that level. Now, at the end of the day, if he did a 3-round match versus a high-level guy, hey, maybe he can go 3 rounds and spar. But 12 rounds is a different game, man.
It's
It's
I don't even like how real. Like I know we're just like hypothetically
this is a
speaking,
hype.
bro.
Yeah.
Because this,
How real is this
I
comeback?
can't even imagine, bro. I can't even imagine him coming back, bro.
Honestly, I could see him doing fights, but like more like exhibition for charity matches. And if it's a
Yeah,
pro fight, it can't be against like a real heavyweight that's in the mix. Like, it needs to be a freak show fight of some sort. Like, but the thing is, it needs to have 2 names. You can't say Mike Tyson versus Joe Jones.
Yeah,
Not Joe Jones. He has 17 fights and he's like 1-16. Like, come on, bro. People are gonna be like, what the hell? You know, you're gonna need to give him a name, and that's why I go to MMA fighters. Get an MMA fighter in against him. Now we can talk something interesting. Do it in the boxing ring. Dana
Jeez,
White's
bro.
friends with him, bro. Him and Dana White are boys, so that's interesting to me.
But from
Maybe
that video, bro, he
he's
seemed to
intense.
do. He always has. I think he'll always have. He'll be 85 years old having
And have
power,
power.
bro.
The
Dude,
power
this
don't go.
guy, bro.
Dude, he's got
This
speed
guy.
too. But the thing is, that's one clip on the mitts, right? Yes, he's
Mhm.
still Mike Tyson, so
Mhm.
he's still gonna have at least
Yeah,
some of his skill set from his past. But it's different when you have a guy in front of you that's trying to beat you, right? Now, Mike Tyson, I still believe so I watched an interview with the actual guy who was holding the mitts for him. Who is that guy, bro? He's the trainer of Fabricio Verdum, Rafael Cordero, man. This guy's trained Shogun, Verdum, Vanderlei Silva. That was the guy
Dang.
holding the mitts, man. I didn't even
Dang.
realize it until I watched the Helwani show. So he was talking about Tyson. He said he's the hardest hitter he's ever held mitts for
Jeez,
at
man.
53, which is crazy. At
Jeez, man.
53. Now I wonder, Mike Tyson coming back, right? Would he be better now than he was when he came back in like 2004? Because he fought this guy named Kevin McBride in his last fight. Dude, I got to see that guy train live. This is the craziest thing.
Right.
My dad's friend was like a manager or investor for the guy. And my dad would like talk to his friend, and I get something with his friend. Like, he said, like, oh, can you go, like, to come with me to the camp? The guy needs a little motivation. You know, my dad having the boxing background, he knew some of the people, whatever. So he went, and I remember my dad said that this guy's gonna get killed. Like, what the hell is, like,
Jesus,
this
man.
guy's the guy
Jeez.
was actually sparring like some schmo heavyweight, and like he was getting hit, bro. Like this guy was nothing. Now he goes in, he fights Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson loses that fight. Now Mike Tyson obviously didn't train properly for that fight, or if at all. He was just taking it for the money. His mind wasn't right. Now, at 53, with his mind dialed in, think you have him fight that guy,
Jeez.
he beats that guy. But at the end of the day, who is Kevin McBride? You know, most people listening to this probably don't have a clue who Kevin McBride is. They probably have no idea. He was a Massachusetts Irish heavyweight, bro. That's it. But he beat Mike Tyson. Great accomplishment. So now to
So you're
come
thinking
back,
at 53, just because he's dialed in,
he'll do
he's gonna
better though.
come in and look
Better than he did at like whatever 15 years ago, whatever it was, because he at that
I
point,
don't
it's
know.
one thing that he had drug problems and stuff, right? Supposedly, and he had issues with his mind. So if the mind is not right, the body's not going to be right. With his mind right, the body will follow. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to
15
go
years
in.
younger, bro. You
At
want
the
to
end
take
of
a
the day,
15-year younger
this
body, bro?
dude,
That's a huge difference.
I'm not saying that the body wasn't better, but the mind wasn't. If he had the 15 years younger body with his mind now, hey, maybe he could actually be a legitimate heavyweight and still fighting. But he lost that. Now I could see him coming back and beating a low-level fighter, mid-level fighter. But is he gonna go and fight a guy that's a top fighter like Andy Ruiz, like a top 5 heavyweight?
Andy Ruiz, man. I'm not gonna cap, man. If we're a champion that Tyson could go in and beat right now,
He's
it'd
gonna
be
be like,
fucking Andy Ruiz, bro.
that's
If
funny.
Ruiz had the belt today and Mike Tyson came back
You could see that
today,
fight.
if it goes under 5 rounds, bro, Tyson wins, bro. But that's his little. He has one to like 6 rounds, and then after that, he's gonna get his fucking old ass beat down.
Dude,
But if
I
you just
don't
give
I
him
don't
6 rounds to destroy this man, bro.
dude,
That's
I don't
the
know.
oldest heavyweight champ
Dude, that would be crazy,
all time.
bro. You know, Evander Holyfield sparred with Andy Ruiz at the end of his career, and Ruiz was
Oh,
given
really?
a scrap,
Really?
bro. Dude, Ruiz's kids can scrap, bro. He's got the bad
Bro,
body.
I'm just hating on
I
Ruiz,
know you,
man.
I know you are.
He's a nice guy, man,
He is, he is.
But
With
I had to do
Tyson,
some cat, bro.
if I'm picking Tyson to come back, and then we have to pick a guy for him to fight, and you
If
can
we
pick
have
between
to pick a
anybody.
champ,
You can pick not even a champ, bro. Any
oh,
fighter off the top of your head right now in
fuck,
MMA
I
or
don't know.
boxing that's a heavyweight. To me, the craziest thing of all time would be if he fought an MMA fighter. First name that comes to mind, rest in peace, Kimbo Slice. That would be the fight. Kimbo
Oh,
Slice, Mike Tyson.
wow.
That's the
That's
sad.
funny.
If Kimbo Slice was still
That
alive,
would get views, bro. You're
that would
right.
be crazy.
You're
Kimbo
right.
Slice and him. Now, sadly,
That's a good
Kimbo
one.
Slice is no longer with us, but that would
I
have been a
know,
crazy
man.
fight, man. That truly would have been nuts.
Damn, that would have gotten
That would have been.
views, bro.
What about this? Crazy idea. Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson, heavyweight. Roy Jones is he in his
Roy
late
Jones.
40s? Now, Roy Jones has been active lately and he's won. So, is that the best move? I feel like Roy Jones right now might be a little better. But that's an idea. A crazy out there. A crazy idea. Totally out there, bro. Totally out there.
Man, now I'm just thinking now. I'm like, dude, like that would be
Bernard.
fucking
The
hilarious
thing
to
is,
watch. I would
I
watch
don't
that
know.
shit.
I'd watch it. Dude, what about Bernard Hopkins? Now, at the end of the day, now
Bernard
I have to go up to
Hopkins?
heavyweight. Bernard Hopkins at 200 pounds, like that. I don't know. I think he's too small for Tyson, but he may still be able to beat him. I don't know. I don't know. It's
Yeah, I
really
got it.
weird. To me, the first thought that comes to mind in terms of like realistic is why not put him in there against an MMA fighter that's on the like end or retired, coming out of retirement. The one name that comes to mind is Chuck Liddell, but I don't want to see Chuck Liddell getting knocked out again because he don't have it anymore. He lost his
Mm,
time. Did you see the Tito Ortiz fight with him and Chuck? The
nah,
recent
I
one?
didn't see. No, I didn't.
Chuck wasn't the same guy that he once was, man. That guy's long gone.
Gee.
That guy's long gone. But what about you put him in? I don't know. Crazy idea, right? Like I'm not gonna say this would ever happen, but Rampage Jackson in a boxing match. Yeah, he's a lot younger. I think Tyson though beats him.
Rampage
I think
Jackson, bro.
Tyson in boxing right now at 53, he'll beat Rampage. He'll beat Rampage.
Jesus.
That would be something crazy. That would be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't think it would happen because for Rampage, he don't have the name anymore to make that
Yeah,
happen.
I
Chuck
guess.
Liddell still carries that name for some reason. With Rampage, I feel like when he went to Bellator, it kind of like after losing his last 3, really showing up out of shape, it probably like dropped
I
his
mean,
stock.
you think Rampage doesn't have no name though? Like he was on that Dana
He has a
White
name.
show when Kimbo Slice was there, like
The
training
Ultimate
him. Like
Fighter
he's
back then? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
bro. He's showing his
Yeah.
face like around.
He's
Like
known,
you
but is it?
kind of know.
Yeah, it's just he.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know,
wouldn't be the
man.
same as Kimbo Slice. So
Dude, that would have been crazy. The
Yeah.
craziest. That would have been nuts, man. And then what if they did it in MMA? Kimbo
I
Slice,
don't
Mike
know.
Tyson in MMA. You give Mike Tyson 6 months. Bro, Rafael Cordero, Fabricio Verdum's trainer, said that Mike Tyson could compete if he put in the work and training. He could 100% do it. Now, is he
I
just
don't
hyping
know.
him up? Because
Yeah,
he
I don't
has to. He's
know,
his Mitt
man.
Man. Is his Mitt Man
Yeah,
going to say, he's too
yeah.
old for this? No, he's going to probably hype it up. But let's assume he's telling the truth. Who knows?
Dude,
Now,
Mike Tyson's a savage, man.
he's a savage. I don't
Yeah.
want to see Mike Tyson go and fight a young fighter. I don't want to see him
Mm.
fight a guy that's on the rise that like, 18-0 or something or 20-0. I don't want to see him fight Tyson Fury or Wilder or any of those guys. That would be insane. That'd be dumb.
That would
But to
be too
see
much,
but to see
bro.
him in an exhibition versus somebody, it would just be interesting. That's really the main thing. It'd be an interesting event.
Bro. Anything Mike Tyson is interesting, bro.
That's true.
Like it's Mike Tyson, bro.
Mike Tyson. Dude,
So,
anything Mike Tyson does is
yeah.
interesting.
So
But who's the name that gets called? I'm gonna say if the boxer, the only guy off the top of my head that I can think of that's still ready to go, maybe would be a Roy Jones.
I
Maybe.
don't know, man. I don't even want.
But I don't even want to. I don't even
Yeah,
want
I
to
don't
see
even want to see
that.
that.
I know,
Yeah.
dude. Evander Holyfield. I heard them saying, "Oh, what if he did an Evander Holyfield trilogy?" I'm like, dude, I don't want to see that. These guys are both old,
Dude,
two
it'd be
OG
just two
legends.
old motherfuckers
Oh,
just swaying on each other.
imagine he
God
calls
damn.
out Buster Douglas. Yo, let's run it back. The rematch with
God
Buster
damn.
Douglas. Years later, they do it. At the end of the day, I don't know what the match would be. I don't know how real this is, but if it is something that he's considering and doing, he's gonna get a lot of eyes. The views are gonna be
Bro, it's
off.
just funny to imagine, bro. I can't imagine
Imagine
Mike
Tyson
Tyson.
coming in
I
back, bro. Oh my god.
can't.
Oh,
Dude,
dude.
I can't imagine it, bro.
I
I'd be
believe
like,
would
this shit
help
a
Tyson.
dream, bro? Like, what's been going on, man? Dude, I'd be like, bro, this
Insane.
shit's getting weird around here.
It is.
Fucking Australia burning, COVID-19. Now Mike
Mike
Tyson just
Tyson
came out of
back.
it.
Oh
What the
my god.
fuck's going on right
This
now?
is crazy.
I'd be
Dude, I
tripped
heard
out,
there's
bro.
another Mitt video coming out that's even better. So we're gonna see.
Oh, really?
Dude, Tyson,
Oh,
from what I'm
shit.
hearing, is training. He's doing condition. Like this
Bro,
guy's training.
he mentally, bro, he's just a killer, man.
Killer.
He's one of those
Going to
guys
kill.
that like would actually like be happy dying in the ring, probably.
Dude, probably
Like
would
this dude's
looking to die in the ring.
Did you see that podcast he was in where he was like crying
When he was
because he was
talking
like
about his
scared of
past,
himself? Yeah, bro. Dude, like this dude.
dude, he's got the mindset of an elite level
Yeah,
fighter, bro.
yeah.
He's an animal, dude. The guy's his mind is still with it. He's not really like I don't see the punch drunk syndromes on him, dude. At the end of the day, he still could go in there and fight somebody, but who's that gonna be against?
Yeah.
What I think really helped him change his life though has got to be the medical cannabis that he's doing now. Because dude, Tyson in the early
Oh,
2000s was
I didn't
crazy.
know
Now,
that.
dude, he's got like a whole cannabis ranch
Ah, I didn't know
podcast.
that.
Dude, they're smoking on the whole podcast. Like the whole time. Dude, I love
Oh
it, dude.
shit,
It's
that's
great.
funny as
It's savage.
fuck.
Yeah. So if we're just gonna finish this out with this part, man.
Mhm.
If Tyson comes back, who do you pick as the opponent? You have to pick somebody. Just give me one name. Who do you pick?
Man, I really like the Kimbo Slice one a lot, man.
I know. I
Like
wish
that
Kimbo
one,
was alive, bro.
that would be
Oh,
sick,
oh
man.
my god. That would sell out, dude. Kimbo Slice was a superstar. Truly, that's one of this right now is like the saddest thing. Like, because now
I know.
thinking if Kimbo was alive, that
Yeah,
fight
I
would have
know.
100% been proposed.
I
Kimbo would have been
know,
like, let's
man.
get it.
That would have been sick, bro. I don't know, man.
It's weird.
Yeah, man. I'm
I
not
mean, you
sure.
think he has the best chance of beating Andy Ruiz if he had to fight any
I
top
didn't
five
want to say
heavyweight?
Andy Ruiz, bro. That's why I didn't want to say Andy Ruiz, man. But yeah,
Yeah, that's the only one.
bro, it would be funny, bro.
It
Like,
would be crazy, but I don't think that he would even get
it's not.
seen.
It would never happen,
No.
bro. I mean,
Tyson needs
and
to fight a
realistically,
guy.
Andy Ruiz is a really good fighter,
He
so
is.
it would even be like too long of a scrap, bro.
Too much. I think
Yeah,
realistically we have really two options. If it's a boxer, it's Roy Jones.
dude, I don't know,
I
man.
know it's crazy, but I mean, unless they do the Holyfield fight, maybe that I don't know. I don't know.
Mm,
But maybe if they have
it's tough,
headgear, it's for
man.
charity.
Yeah,
But now, if it's an MMA fighter that they're gonna bring in and do the fight, and the UFC's gonna somehow get involved with it, it's Chuck Liddell. Even though Chuck Liddell, the UFC might be
so I
against
would
him doing it.
watch it though. I would
But
fucking watch it.
that could be it.
That's a
But
good
now
one.
I wouldn't want to see it though. Like this is all fantasy because I doubt Dana White would want his boy Chuck Liddell doing that because he said do not fight Tito Ortiz again, and look what
Oh
happened.
shit.
So now if Dana did it again, come on, man.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know.
What do you mean? We'll see. It's not gonna
See.
happen, bro.
No, but
Nothing's
Tyson's
gonna
fighting
happen.
somebody. He's fighting somebody.
Hmm.
We'll see who it is. Dude, he said
I don't know.
charity fight, exhibition,
Okay. All right. All
exhibition.
right.
Who's the
Okay.
opponent?
Okay.
I got no idea, man. I can't even
Yeah.
imagine.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna
Bob
be a
Bob
fucking
Sapp, bro.
boxing.
Bring big Bob Sapp in there. Oh my god, that'd be crazy. Because you know that they like tried to hype that fight up at one point, man. Like when Bob Sapp had just done a
Really?
kickboxing fight.
I
Yeah,
didn't know it was an actual like almost a thing.
yeah, it was. It was. But Tyson's like, yeah, we do
Hmm.
it under boxing rules. Let's go. But does it happen? I doubt it, dude. Bob Sapp, who knows what the hell he's doing nowadays, man. We'll find out, man. This was a fun little
Yes,
fantasy
sir.
discussion. I appreciate your time, man. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.